All right, we had some fun. Now it's time. We know why we're all here, right? It's college signing day. You guys are graduating from high school. And I remember when I graduated from high school, it was awesome. I went to high school in Terravella, it's in Coral Springs, back in 06, 2006. I'm an old man, I know. I know. But the difference between high school and college, I'm gonna break it down real easy. High school, you have to go to class, right? You have to go to class between a certain time and a certain time, and you have to take certain subjects, right? You really don't have that much choice. In college, the best part about college is it's all your choice. Whatever you choose to study, you can study that. And not only that, it's a lot more fun. You come and go from school whenever you like. Does everyone like that idea? Come in and go whenever they like? If you want to sleep in, you could take afternoon classes. Who likes to sleep in? If you like to get up early and have off in the afternoon, who likes to get up early? Yes, me too. So, if you're excited, actually, first let me give you, there is a proper thing that has to happen between each speaker. You guys must applause and make some noise. So we're going to work on that right now. So I want you to show me what would a 2 sound like? Like kind of excited, but not that excited, like a 2. That's about a 2. That's pretty good. All right, give me like a 5. What's a 5 sound like? All right, now give me a 7. Now, if like Jason Derulo came out here or something, like what would be a 10? Okay, so you got it down. I want you to give a 10 right now for your campus president, Dr. Harrison, who's going to come up right now and speak to you guys. So please give your campus president a 10 right now.
Thank you. Let's have a round of applause for Aaron Shapiro. Wasn't he wonderful? And Aaron, I did not ask for a 10 for you, but they gave a 10 for you. So thank you and congratulations on welcoming us here today. Good morning. It is such a pleasure to have you here with us today at Miami-Dade College. I am Malou Harrison, the campus president here at the North Campus. And it is truly, truly a pleasure to see all of you here today. Now, let me tell you something. As I was walking from my office, and if you look across this way, on the other side of the lake is where my office is. And I heard you cheering and screaming and shouting, and I just love the energy that's here today. So give yourselves a round of applause. Again, I heard Aaron asking all of you if you like to wake up late in the mornings. One thing I did not hear is, have you all had breakfast this morning? Why not? Now, as many of you know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So make sure that you have a great breakfast every day. And since you didn't, you're going to have a wonderful lunch here today. So let's start the program, and you're going to have to listen very carefully. I mean, I saw a lot of T-shirts being thrown out, and who knows what other prizes will be available. And what I want to know, because you are at a college today. What college is this? Miami-Dade College. In every school setting, they take roll call. Am I right? Yes, we do. So I want to know who's in the house today. So when you hear your school name, let me hear your energy and let me see you represent. Are you listening? Is Edison here? Miami Edison. Okay, welcome, Miami Edison. How about Homestead Senior High School? Welcome, welcome. How about Palmetto Senior High School from down south? Welcome. How about the City of Hialeah Education Center? HEA in the house. What about Booker T. Washington Senior High? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Miami-Jackson Senior High School. Good to have you here. What about Youth Co-op? Good to see you here. You're the only ones that stood up, so I know that you had breakfast this morning. And last but certainly not least, Southwest Senior High School. Wonderful, and I saw you coming in this morning. Welcome to all of you. All of you are very special. Now, today is college signing day, and as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do right now, because I'm joined by one of my colleagues, and he is the Wolfson campus president, Dr. Rick Soria, and I'm going to ask Dr. Soria to come on stage and give you a few words of welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I love the energy. What I often do before I begin speaking is take a picture to do some social media. So just entertain me. If I have everyone stand up. There we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So once again, I'd like to take an opportunity to welcome you on behalf of our esteemed college president, Dr. Badrone, and my colleague, Dr. Harrison, here at the North Campus. I come to you with warm Wolfson greetings. So my campus is in the heart of downtown Miami. I welcome you, if you have not yet visited, to step out. I'd love to personally give a tour with you, to share with you the Miami Fashion Institute, who's here today, the Miami Culinary Institute, which is represented here today as well, and all the other programs that are offered at the Wolfson campus. As Dr. Harrison also mentioned, take great pride in knowing that today you have made a commitment to further your education at Miami-Dade College. We appreciate you being here. Currently, we serve 165,000 students over 8 campuses. We have a huge responsibility in educating tomorrow. And we welcome you as future Sharks here at Miami-Dade College. Yes. Please join me in thanking also the Miami-Dade College team who put this together. So for those of you who are representing the institution, who took part in planning, administration as well, please stand and be recognized for your hard work in putting this together. They certainly are committed to your success. So with that, I'm going to hand the podium back to Dr. Harrison to kick off the rest of the program. Thank you, and once again, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Soria. And Dr. Soria mentioned many programs that we have at Miami-Dade College, and you'll have an opportunity to see what is available to you at our 8 campuses throughout the county, and each of the 8 campuses is represented here today at this college signing day. And today is all about you, and that's why we're here. You today are going to take a pledge to enroll in college, am I right? But it's not just about enrolling in college. You've already done your admissions applications. You've already done your financial aid forms. Am I right? Yes. It's not just about that. When you set foot into the college of your choice, whether it's Miami-Dade College or some other college outside of Florida, you need to put forth maximum effort in every single thing you do. It's not just about getting admitted. It's about the experience of college, contributing, joining student organizations, getting to know your professors and your advisors, giving back at every single opportunity, whether it's at your college or in the community. It's about building your own resume, right? How many of you have a resume right now? Excellent. Pat yourselves on the back. When you enter college, you will continue to build that resume. And with that, you will be able to distinguish yourself from the thousands of students who will be earning degrees locally, regionally, and nationally, because you will have really exposed yourself to all of the opportunities that are available to you. So your destiny is in your own hands. You're pledging to enroll in college, but you cannot graduate from college with just a degree. You must be able to communicate well. You must be able to understand your environment and what your personal responsibility needs to be. How are you going to give back to your community in terms of civic engagement? Have you truly understood what it means to have a sustainable environment? These are the tenets of being a holistic person and truly distinguishing yourself from the many, many other students that will be competing with you in the marketplace. And so with that, I'd like to again welcome you to Miami-Dade College. I'd like to again tell you and impress upon you that your destiny is in your hands. You really need to work hard. You need to take advantage of every single opportunity. Feel good about being accepted to college, but feel even better when you graduate from college and you're ready to go out into the world, whether it's for graduate work or to enter the workplace. And I am very, very happy, and you'll be hearing very soon from our distinguished keynote speaker, Mr. Darrell Roberts, who's a founder of SAFE and an alumnus of Miami-Dade College, and he will be more formally introduced. But I'd like for you to give a very warm welcome and greeting for Mr. Roberts at this time. I also would like to thank everyone who played a role this morning in putting together this college signing day for you. They are represented at all of our campuses, our 8 campuses. We have our directors of the New Student Center. We have our directors of recruitment. We have other colleagues from student services. We have our deans of students. We have our academic affairs areas represented today. And thank you so much again for being here. This is a truly wonderful day. And you have made the decision to enroll in college, to make the very best of your college experience, to complete college, and to become contributing citizens of our nation and this world. Thank you very much for your commitment. We're there behind you every step of the way, and we're looking for great things from all of you. Thank you.
Let's give it up one more time for your campus president, Dr. Harrison. Now listen, what she said is absolutely 100% true. Are you hanging around for a little bit, Dr. Harrison? Dr. Harrison, you could be hanging around for a little bit? Listen, the most important thing in college is going out and grabbing opportunities. As someone who went to community college, then graduated from FAU, then got my master's degree from FAU, I'm now a professor at Miami-Dade College at Inter-American Campus. I'm the arena host for the Florida Panthers, so I'm the face of a national hockey team, so I do this for a living, and I own my own company. So I know the importance of college, and Miami-Dade is a fantastic place to get all of that done. I promise you that. I promise you. These are very, very wise words from Dr. Harrison. Now, I want to know before I bring up my speaker, who wants a t-shirt? Who wants a t-shirt? This side? Booker T? Middle? The middle. That was behind the back. I played basketball one time too, baseball players, so don't worry about it. Our next speaker, he just recently retired after 43 years of service. Please give it up for that. You don't know that, but you will. You'll appreciate it later on. They'll appreciate it, right? He started a program the Showcasing Aviation for Empowering Education Flight Organization. You were the director of the FAA at the Miami International Airport, correct? Has anyone seen how many planes come in and out of the Miami International Airport? Could you imagine being the air traffic controller, the person who is in charge of all of those lives that are coming in and out of the airport? That is who I'm bringing up right now, so please make your way to the stage right now. Please give a round of applause for Mr. Roberts, Miami native, Miami-Dade Community College graduate, and my good friend. Please give it up one more time for Mr. Roberts.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, good morning, everyone. All right, that's great to hear. Good morning back. So I need to clear up one thing before I go further because I want to make sure my record is clear. Now, I am when I retired after 43 years with the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, I was not the air traffic controller manager. I was the technical operations manager. So the air traffic controllers sit at a position and watch traffic and watch the aircraft and direct them back and forth where they're going in and out of town. My job was to make sure all the systems that they utilize, the radar system, the communication system, the computer system, the lighting system, the nav landing system, all those function properly. So when the controllers are giving instructions to the pilot and the pilots are flying their planes, they are able to utilize the system to fly safely in and out of Miami, okay? So I wasn't the air traffic controller manager, I was the technical operations services manager, okay? Good. So let's go from the beginning. So as I was told earlier, I'm a graduate of Miami-Dade College. I graduated in 1975, so that's been a while, right? Who was born in 1975 in the crowd? This must be your second life then if you're born back then. I came to Miami-Dade from a local high school that I'm sure all of you are happy about, Miami Northwestern. Miami Northwestern, I'll say it again. So I was a bull. 1972 is when I arrived on campus. Now listen, just like you did, from the day I left high school, I was 1 week from the day I graduated high school, I was in college the next week. I was sure what I wanted to do. I had been trained in electronic technology back in high school, and I came here for a degree in electronic technology. So I came here in 1972, and I graduated in 1975. So why it took you so long to graduate 3 years? Why it took you so long? You couldn't find out what you wanted to do? No, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, but something came to me in 1973. I was in classroom in the electronic class, and my professor came to me and said, "Have you heard about the FAA?" And I said, "I haven't heard anything about the FAA. What's the FAA?" He says, "It's the Federal Aviation Administration. What they're here, they come on campus maybe once a quarter, once a semester, and they recruit for a co-op program." So a co-op program, I'm not sure if they still call them co-op program. Okay, a co-op program, that means your work study. You go to school for a semester, you come back for a semester. So I was in my fifth semester when I came and started, came on with the FAA. So in 1973, at the end of December of 1973, I started my FAA career. So I started and I worked, like I said, up to 43 years. Now I retired. Now, the young man who introduced me said that I started a program here in South Florida to reach back into, and I don't like the word say I'm giving back to the society. That means everybody is behind me. I like to give forward into society. So if you're in a relay race, I'm just about ready. In another 40 years, I'll be finished with my relay race. On this earth, I'll be lived through. What I want to do is hand off the baton to someone else to run the race. It's hard to hand off a baton behind you. You hand it off in front of you. So I want to give forward into the community. I want to make sure that you have every opportunity to be successful in your college career, just like I was. I had professors that helped me out, give me good instruction and things to do. You have to be attentive and listening. Now, there's going to be a lot of things. There's going to be a lot of things that can bring distraction to you in this life. Not just in college, anything in life can distract you. But it's your job to stay focused on the goal. So one of the things I like to do when I'm planning for something, I like to write down what I'm going to do. I mean, there's a lot of things you have in your head, but when you start writing it down and you start explaining it out, you start saying what things I have to do, what hurdles I have to jump, what things I have to prepare for, it helps me plan what I want to do. So if I have to recommend something to you right now, I'll say to you, whatever you desire to do, most people in this room, or in this area, have an idea what they want to do, what they plan to study when they get to college. Very soon. So I say to you, if I'm going to be a doctor, I want to say I want to be a physician. I want to talk about what type of physician. I want to say what hospital I want to like to work in. You put all those things down. That'll help you make a focus on exactly what you want to do. The more you write down about what you plan to do, the better it is for you. That makes sense? It's called having a vision. It's called having a mission. It's called having goals. If you write them down, you'll be better able to check them off and say, I had this goal back in 2017, and in 2018, I accomplished this one. I accomplished this. This one is soon to be accomplished. So write down the things that you want to accomplish. Now, let's talk about a plan that, as we talked about, the young man said, a program called Operation Safe Flight. The program is designed to make sure that youth in the community get an understanding of what aviation has to offer. So can I ask a few questions and see if you can give me a quick response? The young lady, the 1, 2, 3rd row, the young lady in that blue that's sort of looking like saying, is he about to ask me something? Yes, yeah. Tell me what's your plan. Tell me exactly what your career goal is. A mortician? Okay, so mortician, that's a good thing. So all of us one day going to see a mortician in some way or another, right? So there's opportunity. Now, most things, what I try to do is when I ask questions about things like this, I ask the question because most things that you do has some connection to aviation. You say, morticians have any connection to it? Yes, they do. Because most of the times, most times they don't drive a body from here to Georgia, they fly it. Things that happen in the far country, they fly it back. So aviation has a contact with morticians. Okay, makes sense? Okay, I'll give the young man here in the red, the 3rd on the road, right here. Yes, sir, that's you. Tell me, talk loud so they can hear you now. What's your plan? Medical school. Okay, and now we're going to define it. Now you said you can put that on the top of a paper. Say medical school. Okay, what are you going there for? Trauma. Okay, so what type of trauma location that you want to work? Any type of specific trauma or just run-of-the-mill trauma? Surgeon? Okay, so as I was saying earlier, the more you be defined on exactly what you're going to do and you write it down, the better chances you're going to accomplish it. Okay, because that's where your focus is. If you don't have any focus, I'm just going to hang out in Miami-Dade today. What are you going to study? I don't know. I'm just going to walk around. Maybe President Harrison will come by and say, where are you going? I don't know. I mean, so you have a definition. You'll be saying, I'm on my way to this class to get something accomplished in my life. That's how you focus on where you want to go. Make sense? Okay, one more. The young lady on the 3rd row that has her arms crossed, that's like I guess she's a blonde. Right there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there, the 4th row, the 2nd seat. Tell me, say it loud. Wait a minute. I got a trauma already. Now, what I found out about this, I can go around and ask everybody in this room. What I found out is when this happens, everybody start getting an understanding. Now, we know where a mortician is, right? We know where 2 trauma people are. When you find out, that builds your network of people that you know. You don't know when you're going to need them, but I'm telling you, you will need them all. So where you start building on your network, I got one more connection. I got a young man here that's sending, I think he's making a stock deal. He's getting some stock. I bet he's making some Microsoft. What exactly are you going to be? A flight engineer. I finally got somebody in Navy. A body engineer. Robotics. I was going to make you a flight engineer. No, robotics. So now we know 1 mortician, we know 2 trauma surgeons, and we got 1 robotics guy. So now as we build our network, this is how we work. This is how it works. You know a friend that's going to be a robotics engineer. You know a friend that's going to be a trauma person. You know 2 friends that are trauma. You know 1 mortician. As you build your network, you find out your network is worth your net worth. The more people I know in specific areas, the better I am prepared to take on things. Now, I have a little thing that I do that I didn't bring enough of, Miss Georgette. I didn't bring enough of them. But I'm going to have to be choicy with it because you can help me bring it right quick. So I have a certain thing that I do to try to give an understanding. And I was expecting about 25 in a little room. And I didn't know it was going to be 245, 25. I didn't know it was going to be that many. So listen, I don't want you to fight over this special gift I'm going to pass to you. I'm going to call it a pass, not throw. I'm going to call it a pass, because I used to be a quarterback. I'm going to call it a pass, not a throw. Okay? So I knew it was a T-shirt that went out, so listen to me. I got something special for you. This is an example I use to sort of encourage people to go all the way at what they're going to do. So I'm throwing this right now to the fourth row, right straight in front of me. Now that was the fifth row, so I'm going to throw another one to the fourth row. All right, so I'm over here. I'm throwing out bubble gums. 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 I don't want to throw it too hard. Now, it's a nice thing to have. Now, wait. I got one request. I'll get it back there. I have one request. I have one request. Shh. Listen now, listen, it's important. Listen, I have one request. Don't open the bubble gum until I say open it. Just one request. Okay, one request. Okay, one request. Only open it after I say so. Only open it. I used to be a baseball pitcher too. But Madam President, I don't know if this is a good idea, but I'm in it now. I'm getting them all out. I've never done this before. Okay. Well, I don't know if I can make. Now, what I need is the young man that's standing up right here. You, yeah, come here, come. You, yes, come. Because I don't think I can make it that far. If I throw a fastball, I'm gonna hurt somebody. So come up quickly, because I only have another 2 or 3 minutes, I think. I need to get this across. Take that group back, and now it's gonna be your job to hand them out. Okay? Make sure you just don't. Miss Georgette, this is different. this is different. Over here. This is the last. I got two. I'm going to keep one. Okay, here we go. The purpose of this bubble gum is to show us how you want to deal with the rest of the things in your life. Now, one of the things that happened to me, now I don't have a bubble gum now, so you're going to have to work with me, okay? Is one there? Behind me? Where did I go? Where? I can't see it. Oh, okay, I see it. All right, thank you, sir. All right, that's my last bubble gum. So listen, here we go. No, I got to keep this one for the explanation. So here we go. What I found out was when I became a boss in a certain area where I was working at, everybody was always coming to, once you become the man in charge or the woman in charge, everybody walks up to Professor Harris, Dr. Harris, and says, Doctor, can I get a job over here? I'd like to be a professor. They always come and making requests of you to get a position in somewhere. Just like you want to be an announcer, I want to be a player, I want to be drafted. Everybody's always coming to the leader trying to get something from them. And it just kept happening more and more and more. And you get to a point and say, what? I give opportunities to people, and then they get it in the job, and they just sort of hang out. They don't really do the job that I expected them to do. So what they did was, every person that got promoted when I worked, they got an 8% raise. 8%. So that means if you were making $100,000, if you got a promotion, you were now making $108,000. So every time they got a promotion, they would always come to me saying, Mr. Roberts, I need a promotion. I want to do good. I want a detail. I want an opportunity. And I said, okay, I'll give you an opportunity. And what they did was they knew exactly what the amount of money they were going to receive. They knew it, and they had already basically in their mind already had plans for it and almost already expended. The problem was I wasn't getting the work out of them that I was giving them 8% for. So it was a challenge to me that I said to them, I had to sit them down and say, listen, okay, here's the goal. This example came to me one day when I was up maybe 35,000 feet in the air. And I was trying to find out a reason why this was. Why this was when you gave somebody something, when they asked for something, they knew exactly what they're going to get paid, but they wasn't willing to do the work for it. So it's like you hiring someone to be a program manager of a certain area. And you gave them a promotion, you gave them the pay they wanted, and then they went in their office and basically got on the phone all day or were doing text messages. They got the money already, but they wasn't doing the work. So it was just like a bubble gum. So this idea came about a bubble gum. So those of you that have a bubble gum, I don't want you to chew it yet, but just, you don't even have to open out the package. Just sort of can you smell the sugar in this bubble gum before you even eat it? Can you smell it? Now, if you want to smell it even better, take it out of the package. You can really smell it. Boy, that's sweet sugar in it. You can really smell that sugar in it. And that's how that pay was. Everybody knew exactly what that 8% was going to be like. They could smell it. They can almost taste it. But they wasn't willing to do. So what they did, they took the bubble gum out, they got the job, and they did it. They just basically put it in their mouth, and they wasn't willing to do nothing else. They got the sugar, they got the $8,000, but they wasn't going to do anything. And in my job, I couldn't push them back because it violated so many contract rules. So I had to leave them in there for that time. So they basically got all the sugar, but didn't do any work. Now, that's a good thing if that's all you're going to do. I knew the next time I wasn't going to put you in that position. But here we go. If you want to get the value of the sugar, now I got the sugar, I got the bubble gum, but the value of it is when I do what? I chew it. You know what chew means in the job world? Work. If you want to get the sugar out of this bubble gum, you're going to have to work. That makes sense? You got to be able to work to get the value of the sugar. Now, you can just sit it in there and eventually you'll get some out of it, but you won't get the value total of it until you start chewing. Now, once you chew it all, now those who have the bubble gum, start working it. Working, you got to work. If you're going to get it, you got to work. If you're going to get the sugar, you got to work. Now, listen. Now, here we go. Here's the next phase. The next phase is this. What happens once you get the chewing, once most of the sugar's out, what's your job? What you doing then? You say blow bubbles? Now, most people say you throw it out, but this is not a throw-out job. You got to keep the job. So blow bubbles is the next thing. Well, what does it take to get that bubble blown? You got to continue working because okay, we just had our gum in. Okay, anyone blow a bubble now? Blow a bubble now. You can't blow one now because you haven't gotten to that point. Now, that's not a bubble. That was a poop. that was a poop. But you got to continue working to get the most value out of that bubble gum. Now you've done the work. You've done the work. Now you're going to get to the next piece now. Now you got to go blow bubbles. Now what's really the bubble doing? What's the bubble really doing to the gum? Say again. It's stretching it. And that's what you're going to have to do to get your next level. Because if you're not willing to, you can work and get tired, work, but you never stretch yourself. You got to be willing to stretch it. So when you're in college, when you're in class, you got to be willing to stretch yourself. Because if you're planning to excel in that field, you got to be willing to stretch yourself. Now, what happens after you blow the bubble? What was that? Say it loud. Say it louder. You pop. Says, can't you hear Mr. Roberts? Yes, I heard. I just want to hear it loud. You pop. And you know what the pop is saying? What do you think the pop is mean? Say again. You tired? No. Try again. Try again. But what the bubbles, what's the sound you hear? What's the sound you hear from the scratch? You hear pop. You know what a pop is really saying? If you were in the classroom, if you were in your classroom back at school, and you blew a bubble and it popped, what happens? Okay, let's take the trouble piece out. Okay, what else happens? You get what then? You get attention. That says what? Once you get past the work and you're willing to stretch yourself and you get to the pop, you get attention. Now we're going to keep everything in the good phase. That's good attention. Because you're willing to stretch yourself to the point that you're willing to pop. Now, what I found out maybe about 6 years ago is I love to pop. Because I found out if I just do my job and do nothing else, I can't help anyone else because I'm just content doing my job. I'm just doing my job. But when I start stretching myself, and people start seeing me stretch myself, the value of me stretching myself takes me to the pop. And when it gets to the pop, that draws attention to people to say, that man is willing to stretch himself and get to the pop and excited about the things that he's doing. The pop really saying that I'm excited about what I'm doing. And that's when I increase my value. My value increased when people see me stretching myself to get up all I can out of what I'm doing, and I'm willing to make a sound. My sound says now that people are willing to listen to my pops because I'm being valuable in the things that I'm doing. So when I just chewing, nobody hears my chew. But when I start stretching myself, people start getting attention. They start looking at you saying, that young lady is stretching herself. But now I know she's excited about it because she's popping wherever she goes. All I know to do now is pop. My job is working towards the pop because that's saying to you, that man is willing to make some noise about what he's doing and his value in what he's doing. I value what I do now. I'm not just doing things that exist. I'm just like the movie Ants. You know the Ants movie when everybody just was going to their job. I can't do Ant no more. I may have started doing Ant, but I don't do Ant no more. I'm excited about the things I do. I'm stretching the things I do, and I pop as much as I can. That draws attention to what I'm doing because the value in what I'm doing is valuable to you because my ultimate goal is to help you get to where you need. And if people see, they'll say, I'm willing to invest in you because you're willing to invest in others. I'm telling you, that bubblegum theory has now taken me a lot of places to just explain because I was just frustrated with people coming who didn't want to work, didn't want to stretch themselves, and didn't want to pop. So take your gum. You can go buy your bag of gum from Walmart for $2.47. Keep your whole bag of it. Buy you some bubble gum. And when you go to classroom, I don't know if they let you chew bubble gum in classroom now. Oh, okay. So between classes, you can do as much stretching and popping between classes as you like. But when you get in, put it under. Okay? So I'm just trying to say to you, it took me till I was 50 to learn to pop. You're getting it at 18, 19, or 20. Apply this theory to your life, willing to work, willing to stretch, willing to pop, and your voice will be heard no matter where you go. Okay? Thank you for listening.
Amazing. Great job. And he is absolutely correct with the chewing and the popping and getting attention. When I went to community college, I went to go play basketball outside of here at Wofford, South Carolina. I tore my ACL, and I came home, and I was depressed. And I sat at home, I had the gum, and I didn't chew it. My GPA dropped down to 1.6888, and I was in academic probation. I decided one day that I wanted to chew. I put the gum in my mouth, I started chewing. No one noticed me chewing. My grades went up. I got better grades. I got out of academic probation. I eventually graduated from community college, went to FAU, where I graduated summa cum laude with a 4.0 GPA. Once that happened, I became the arena host of the university. I popped and people paid attention. Once that happened, I got a full scholarship to get my graduate degree from Florida Atlantic University. I didn't have to pay a dime for my graduate degree. I popped that bubble and I got attention again. I got a job at Miami-Dade as a full-time professor right out of college. Again, my gum popped. I became the arena host for Florida Panthers. Again, my gum popped. And I'm still chewing. It's in the back of my mouth right now. I'm still chewing. What he's saying is absolutely true. You're going to learn it. The difference is, do you learn it early or do you learn it late? But at the end of the day, you're going to have to learn it. Those who start earlier succeed quicker, but you're all going to succeed. It's just a matter of when you want to start chewing. Now, besides that, we have one last speaker before we go into our expo. She's going to be coming to the stage. I want you to give her a 10 for a round of applause. She is the Dean of the students here at North Campus. This is Georgette Perez. Please give a round of applause.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's such a pleasure to have you all here. Do you know what I see when I stand up here? Poppers. I see everyone in here that has a very bright future of popping, and I know you're going to succeed because you've made a commitment to go to college and to continue your education. And we are so happy to have you with us and joining our family. So now the moment you've all been waiting for. In your bags, you have a card and a pen. So now's a good time to go into your bags, pull out your pledge card to show that you are committing to Miami-Dade College. You are committing to higher education, and you are committing to yourselves. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to gather. I see most of you already found it. It has hashtag BMDC on the back. There should be a pen in there as well. So when you've located, I'm going to ask everyone to stand up, okay? Because I have a very important pledge. So as you found it, please stand up. And as soon as everyone stands up, take your pledge card out and your pen. You can leave your bags on your seats. And your pennants, thank you. Yes, there's a pennant in there as well. Have that ready to go. As soon as everyone stands up, you're going to repeat after me. All right, I see a few of you. Is everyone up? I see a few over here from, I think this is Booker T. Stand up. All right, I see a little pocket over here if you guys can stand up as well. All right, so I need you to be loud, and in your level 10, repeat after me. I believe in my future and myself. I commit to enroll in college. I commit to persevere when I get there. I commit to graduate. And no matter what, I commit to always reach higher for myself, for my family, and for my community. Class of 2017, the time is now to commit and sign your certificate. So go ahead and sign and hold up your placards. Your hard work and efforts have brought you here today. Welcome to the Shark family. Hold up your cards.